You know, how are you qualified to be president? Because I'm good, okay? I'm sure, okay. And Hillary, hi, Mouse. And he just says, yes.
Oh, yeah?
Donde está la biblioteca?
What do you do? How are you even qualified to be president? Because I'm good. All right. I'm very good. I know how to do it. All right. You know, you can have Ukraine. All right. I never even... What does it take to dismantle a myth? Apparently, just 8 repetitions of the word all right in a throwaway line about Ukraine that sounded like it came from a confused GPS. In under 10 seconds, Dana Carvey achieved what panels, prosecutors, and pundits had failed to do for years. He distilled Donald Trump's entire presidential persona into a single, razor-sharp punchline. The audience exploded into laughter, and then silence. Because this wasn't just an impression, it was a mirror that didn't distort, didn't exaggerate. It simply turned on the light. If that hit you too, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this moment with someone who needs to see it. And that mirror didn't just reflect Trump's voice. It shattered the illusion. What followed wasn't just comedy. It was a symphony of, pardon the word, many people, and the most chaotic teleprompter freestyling ever recorded on live television. Every single clip in this video is real. Every moment publicly available. Nothing here is fabricated, so please stick around.
Excuse me, Manny, you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be happy like you know me. You're gonna be happy, I know a lot of happy. It's a sick.
The impression was hilarious, but it was Trump's reaction that truly stunned. Many people, sorry. A lot of people, sorry. Many people, sorry. You have to be happy. Be happy. You will be happy. Happy like you know happy. You will be happy. Sorry. A lot of people, sorry. You will be happy. Trump's real-life cadence matched the parody to a T. It wasn't a speech, it was a carousel, a wild spiraling symphony. Are you not entertained? And then, the crescendo. Dana wasn't just mimicking Trump's tone. He had translated the self-referential, circular syntax into a full-blown chorus of sorry and many people. Not a political statement, not an attack, just a spotlight. And what it revealed was terrifying in its accuracy. By the third repetition, you're no longer sure if you're watching a rally or a remix. And the scariest part? This isn't an exaggeration. Trump is just slightly louder than usual. So what happens to that language when there's no teleprompter to blame? He starts with the teleprompter, sure, but then halfway through, he turns it off, midway. But there's not much left to say. Yes, we're going to do a lot of things when in these countries. A lot of people are going to be very happy. And then he moves into the center. You're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. Because once the teleprompter blinks, the real show begins. Trump goes off script only to loop himself back into a verbal dead end of many people, and you will be happy. No policy, no direction, just the echo chamber of his own approval, looping like a broken GPS. And somehow it always ends with everyone being very happy, even when no one really knows what he just said. But let's see what happens when that same logic gets applied globally. Still with me? Good. Because what's coming next makes Bibliota sound like a State Department briefing. Terrible guy, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Let me tell you, this is going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to say a lot of things. Let me tell you, a lot of things you wouldn't believe. We're going to say so many things. We're going to say them. I'm telling you, has anyone ever told you you look Mexican? Let me tell you something. I'm Mexican. I love Mexicans. I love your people. Your people are great. I love your guacamole and your choo-choo chopra. I love it. I love your biblioteca. That's a library. A lot of Mexicans don't know that. Okay, this isn't diplomacy. This is a caricature of diplomacy, wrapped in guacamole, delivered with the confidence of a man who thinks biblioteca is a campaign slogan. In Carvey's hands, this wasn't just a joke. It was a diagnosis. Trump doesn't talk to people to understand them. He speaks just enough to sound like he cares and hopes the applause will drown out the ignorance. He's not speaking with people. He's speaking at them, louder, faster, emptier, until it loops back on itself. What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? He's a smart guy. He's a tough guy. He's a cookie giant. This guy, he's smart. Everyone talks about it. He's tough like a ship. Sorry, everybody knows that. And no one works harder than Trump. He's a smart, tough guy. He's a cookie giant. He's a doom loop. You know the doom loop. You remember the doom loop. This is where language stops working and starts orbiting around Trump's ego. In Carvey's version, even compliments about other people are detoured through Trump's own mythology. Smart, tough, Lorna Doone monster cookie. It's not a vocabulary. It's a delusional dessert tray. But listen closely. He's not complimenting others. He's using them as a mirror. Every adjective becomes a reflection. Every sentence an excuse to say Trump is great, just in disguise. What is a presidential trait? Be rude. Don't be rude. You used to be nice. Now you're not nice. I know. Nice. Everyone is nicer than me. No one is nicer than me. Sorry. Everybody says so. Even Kim Jong-un, little Kim, tiny feet. The smallest feet you've ever seen. And I'll tell you, my feet are fine. He's tiny. Let me tell you, he's a tiny Kim. Last week when we had yogurt at Mar-a-Lago, he told me he likes vanilla. He likes swirl. All right, he likes it. He likes vanilla and chocolate together. But I said, no thank you. I like my frozen yogurt like I like my voters. White and runny. All right, beautiful. All right. When asked about presidential qualities, Trump tells a story about frozen yogurt. In Carvey's version, the answer veers off from not being rude to Kim Jong-un's tiny feet into dessert preferences and then crashes into a racial metaphor. Không chỉ lạc đêm, mà là lạc đề cấp độ cao. Trump không hề trả lời câu hỏi. Ông ta trình diễn câu hỏi to hơn, lọ hơn, trang hơn, cho đến khi bản thân câu hỏi bốc hơi, giống như tờ quảng cáo Freo trên trang nhất của Florida Sun. Yes, Santos recently said he thinks Trump is becoming woke. That's his take. I heard about it from the Disney thing. And Trump is awake because he always scores a 10, right? He'll work harder than anyone. I'm so awake, you wouldn't believe it. I'm telling you, what's happening with these transgender female athletes, it's a disgrace. They should be allowed to compete with the girls and get in there. But people say no. You can't do that. People say no. Sorry, and I don't care if they're 6'4" with hands and feet like flippers. You gotta throw them in the pool. They've got kangaroo feet. They look like they're on jet skis when they walk. They're 4 feet tall. Throw them in the pool, and there it is. A parody, but somehow strangely familiar. Carvey mimics Trump's fury over transgender athletes, but the jokes sound eerily like real quotes. Kangaroo feet, jet skis, push them in the pool. This isn't satire inflating a controversy. It's satire keeping pace with reality. Because in Trump's world, policy isn't crafted from facts. It's built from fear, noise, and bravado. If you think that's as absurd as it gets, stay with us. The next part dives headfirst into Trump's romantic life. And there's nothing sweet like marmalade about it. What makes me laugh? There's too much to say. People call him Marmalade or the Orange Man or whatever. But I like Marmalade, a giant man charging at you with lustful intent. And just when you think the language couldn't get more unhinged, Dana gives us an image no one asked for. A mountainous, lustful man Marmalade hurling himself at you. Ridiculous. It's oddly specific, but somehow it fits. Because when language collapses, sometimes all that's left is a chaotic orange blob barreling straight at you. So far, it's been noise, shark fins, cookies, and chaos. But now it's personal. With one punchline, Carvey didn't just mock Trump's voice. He marched straight into the most guarded corner of Trump's life and lit a match. If you thought the jokes were cruel before, wait until you hear what he says about Melania. These are what we call sniper shots. I'd go as far as to say we're officially entering Trump's chaos era. And I say that now without hesitation. Just 6 hours ago, I divorced Melania, and now I am officially legally married to Stormy Daniels, Stormy Trump, Mrs. Stormy Trump, and she can't testify against her husband. Case dismissed. Once again, I did it. This wasn't a joke, it was a fully formed legal strategy, lifted straight from a surreal episode of the Comedy Channel. Carvey delivered the mock wedding announcement with such deadpan detachment that you almost stopped laughing and started wondering, was this comedy or a leaked deposition? Did Trump marry Stormy just to shut her up in court? This wasn't satire anymore. It was strategic fiction with real implications. And quick poll for the comments. Would you rather be mocked by Dana Carvey or marry him? Stormy Trump, really? Okay, Mr. Trump, what's going to be different in your next 4 years? We're going to have a better wife. We're going to look forward to a better wife. She's going to be beautiful. Some people say Ivanka, but I tell you, we're considering a lot of great candidates. And just when you thought the air couldn't get any colder, a hypothetical second term kicks off with a hypothetical upgrade to the First Lady. She'll be very beautiful. Some people say Ivanka. That's not a campaign strategy. That's a therapy session with a punchline. But seriously, if a job interview includes replacing your spouse, maybe we should check what position this man is actually applying for. Let us know in the comments. Should loyalty be a presidential requirement or just a scorecard? Yes, a majority of Americans probably want Donald Trump to run into oncoming traffic. Sure, no one is begging Donald Trump to run more than his cardiologist. That's right, Trump has all the best doctors. I just took him for a checkup at the Mayo Clinic. Not the hospital, the mayonnaise shop in Rancho Cucamonga. I haven't seen anyone this intoxicated and energetic since I had martinis with Zaza Gabor at the Tonga Hut. Only 7 more to go. Let's do this. And Melania hears Trump might run again. She books a one-way ticket on Air Force Done. This might be Carvey's cruelest joke, but also the one Melania is quietly nodding to somewhere in a spa. She heard Trump's running again and instantly bought a ticket off the continent. Not in protest, just to miss the re-election. And let's be real, if someone says they're coming back and your instinct tells you to flee, then please, maybe that marriage wasn't exactly built on hope. What do you make of this, Melania? Oh, she'll be a beautiful woman. So mysterious. That kind of permanent quiet face, no matter the moment. Yes, I know. Yes, strange, isn't it? Right. You always wonder what it's like. We all wonder. Everyone wonders what it must be like at 2 a.m. to be Melania Trump and to have a man the size of a Marmalade Mountain lunging at you. And then, the image none of us wants but can't unsee. Melania at 2 a.m., a Marmalade Mountain coming in hot with lustful intent. It's not just a metaphor, it's a psychological thriller disguised as a comedy. You laugh, you flinch. You know you did. He can take the criticism. He survived the scandals. But one joke about his marriage and the whole illusion collapses. And once the crowd breaks, it's not just the comedians who notice. The internet does too. And they've got time, memes, and TikTok edits. Trump is entertainment. I'm the president of the United States, and I'm suing the United States. If you're not panicked by him, then he's joking. America Bay, beautiful name. Now he wants the Panama Canal. He wants Greenland. Well, we need Greenland for national security. We're going to call it America even more. The United States. We're taking over the Panama Canal. Hey, the Panama Canal is very important. We're going to call it the Great American Canal. We're taking over Tahiti and Bora Bora. We'll call it the beautiful American Islands. Why am I being banned from speaking? And this is when the presidency becomes a joke. Not because the comedians wrote it that way, but because Trump did. Greenland, the Panama Canal, Tahiti, they've become cute little American territories now. It all sounds like a travel ad written by a GPS running on no sleep. And the best part? He ends it by asking why he's not allowed to speak. Sometimes the punchline writes itself. Trump, they've put him at the McDonald's drive-thru window. You have a beautiful family. Hey, frozen face. Listen, sweetheart, we're adding another cheeseburger in there. You like ketchup? We'll add ketchup. Handsome little boy. beautiful family. You're amazing. I mean, I want a filet-o-fish under the podium. I want more fries. Everyone's sick of being tricked by fish. At this point, Trump isn't giving speeches. He's taking fast food orders. Doll face, extra fries, a cute little son. It's like watching a campaign rally hosted by Ronald McDonald. And the scary part? The words are nonsense, but the show never stops. He's not leading. He's broadcasting a fast food presidency, one packet of ketchup at a time. The worst guy, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Let me tell you, this is going to be great. It's going to be great. We were going to say a lot of things. Let me tell you, so many things you wouldn't believe. We're going to say so many things. We're going to say them, I'm telling you. Has anyone ever told you that you look Mexican? I'm telling you, I am Mexican. I love Mexicans. I love your people. You are wonderful people. And I love your guacamole and your choo-choo chopra. I love it. I love your books. That's the biblioteca. A lot of Mexicans don't even know that, okay? This is the kind of clip that lives forever on TikTok, where Gen Z doesn't need a punchline. They just hit play. Trump doesn't even need sentence structure anymore. Honestly, I'm telling you, you'll see so many clips like this. I can tell you that. I mean, when you look at it, you'll see it's not looking good for a lot of them, and you're seeing it everywhere. A lot of people are saying, we don't want that. We're not those people. We don't do that. Okay? So look at what they're doing. Look at all of it. And people are going to be very disappointed, which you wouldn't believe because it's a bad deal. A really bad deal, folks. And we're going to get something soon. And you're going to be so happy. You're going to see so many things like this. You're going to be happy you won't believe it. This is Trump unscripted. No punctuation, no breath, just loops of bad deal. Frankly, and you're going to be happy. Stacked like leftover slogans from failed campaign rallies. There's no meaning, no message, just motion. But somehow it still works on stage. Because when words collapse, the show must go on. We've seen the impressions, the reversals, the cookies, the rallies that sound like fast food orders. But beneath the noise, there was a longer story and a voice that never got a laugh. While the world was busy laughing at the absurd, Rosie O'Donnell called it what she saw from the start. A con man in makeup, built for television, addicted to attention. And unlike the punchlines, she never walked it back. Are you watching this speech? Can he even finish a sentence? He's the worst thing that's ever happened, period. He rambles like an idiot. He's like Dr. Doom. He's awful. You know what? He just lies, lies, lies. I'm done with Donald Trump. And he didn't just insult me. He insulted every woman he deemed unworthy of his idea of a woman. There's a difference between satire and memory. While comedians mock the chaos, Rosie lived through it. To her, it wasn't just incoherence, it was a pattern. A man who speaks in fragments, lies without blinking, and tears down any woman who doesn't fit his fantasy. She wasn't looking for applause. She was done. And that silence, Rosie's silence, hurt more than any punchline. He's a con man, period. For years, he kept going bankrupt, burning other people's money, his father's money. Not a self-made man, not a billionaire anyone could verify on Forbes. I was just telling the truth, she said, and you'd think she insulted his mother. He lost it, and for 2 decades, he used her like a human punching bag. Even during the debate stage, when the moderator confronted Trump, saying, "You've called women fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals." Trump didn't deny it. He simply replied, "Only Rosie O'Donnell." But for Rosie, it was never about personal pride. It was about a pattern. A man who lies without shame, mocks women who don't fit his idea of beauty, and builds his brand on bullying. Even on that national stage, Trump boiled his misogyny down to one name, hers, and disguised it as a joke. He was the self-proclaimed moral compass, while cheating on his wives, abandoning families, fathering kids mid-affair. And yet, somehow, he became a symbol of virtue to conservative youth. Rosie wasn't buying it. "Donald," she said, "sit down and turn around." She compared him to a snake oil salesman from Little House on the Prairie. "You remember the guy with the bottles?" she joked. "He leaves and little Laura says, 'Pa, I don't think there was anything in those bottles.'" And her father replies, "You're right, honey." That's the joke. He's all noise and nothing inside. Some called him a leader. Rosie called him exactly what he was. A fraud who left behind betrayal after betrayal and somehow still got handed a megaphone. Loud, flashy, charismatic. But when he leaves, all that remains is an empty bottle and the bitter aftertaste of something that was never real. He will do anything to get what he wants. And women, they mean nothing to him. Not in his life, not in his world. The only woman who seems to hold any value in his eyes is his daughter. That's it. The rest of the women, the rest of the world, they're as worthless to him as the immigrants he mocks. The ones from Honduras he claims are coming for us in caravans. Watch out for the caravan, he says. There are people who've escaped near death in third world countries, right? And this man, he doesn't care. So what he did to Stormy Daniels? Horrible. What he did to me? Just as bad. But I figured maybe the National Organization for Women or someone like that would speak up. Say, you can't do this. You can't just pick a woman, lie, humiliate her, and face zero consequences. But that's exactly what he did. He did that, and he got laughs for it. The laughter stops here. Rosie now cuts deeper than jokes. She's not just mocking Trump anymore. She's mourning the price we've paid for letting men like him get away with it. To her, Trump isn't just a misogynist. He's a power hoarder, a man willing to crush dignity to achieve his goals. Women, they're disposable. Except, of course, the one woman he talks about way too much, his daughter. And then comes the gut punch. What he did to Stormy, to Rosie, to so many others, it wasn't just disgusting. It was public, it was loud, and somehow it was cheered. He wasn't just lying, he was being applauded for it, just because he's a con man. That's the bottom line. And he's still not done. I mean, he's still out there, hawking this and that, defying the Constitution. He's selling merchandise out of the Oval Office, and he's taking money and gifts from foreign countries, an impeachable offense. He's breaking every law and norm this country stands for, and somehow no one seems able to stop him. So here we are, a man selling the presidency like it's a garage sale in Queens, complete with foreign government freebies and a big sign that reads, "Buy one ticket, break the Constitution." And the joke? He's not even done. He's still running the scam. It comes with merch now. The joke used to be funny until it started showing up in a presidential campaign. What Dana Carvey did wasn't just comedy, it was a diagnosis. A man addicted to applause, allergic to truth, and fluent in nonsense. But maybe the punchline isn't Trump. Maybe it's a culture that lets noise replace leadership, and a nation too tired or too entertained to care. Because when satire starts sounding more real than the news, you don't just laugh. You ask, how did we get here and why does it feel so familiar? This video uses actual public footage, media appearances, and direct quotes for the purpose of political commentary and satire. It fully complies with YouTube's community guidelines and the fair use standards under US copyright law. If you're still laughing instead of crying, hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let's keep the jokes sharp and the truth sharper. Subscribe now so you won't miss the next twist in this unbelievable story.